This is a fully functional application that I just built, and it has a complete working database and all of this UI and animations. And this application basically helps me to generate startup ideas based on the skills that I have. And this entire application was built in literally just 18 minutes. And before you think that this is another just lovable clone, let me just show you why it looks different. So this entire application was built inside VS Code using Kimi K2.6. Kimi K2.6 is a brand new AI model recently released by Moonshot AI. And this AI model right now is really good at coding, especially the front-end design. So right now there are 3 AI models for coding that everyone is talking about in AI space. You have got recently released DeepSeek version 4 with 1 million context window and the highest live code bench score of any model right now. Then you got the most popular and most expensive options, something like Claude Opus 4.7 and GPT 5.5. Both of these AI models are still like the gold standard for reliability. And then we have got Kimi K2.6. And here is what makes Kimi K2.6 different and more interesting. DeepSeek version is incredible at raw coding. It will write solid, clean code, but it is not optimized for design. If you will ask it to build a beautiful mobile application, you're going to get something functional but more generic. While on the other hand, Kimi K2.6 is the only open source AI model out there which is specifically built for something that they call like award-winning front-end design taste. It is not just generating code, but it is basically making the aesthetics decisions. And when you're building a product that needs to look good, that really matters a lot. Also, Kimi K2.6 is like 94% cheaper in input and 95% cheaper on output than Claude Opus 4.7. So Kimi K2.6 cost around $3.49 per million output tokens, while Claude Opus 4.6 cost around $25 per million output tokens. You know what that means? If you spend around like 1 million tokens per day, that means you are saving about $4.50 every single day, and that adds up to like roughly $135 per month and $1,620 per year. And this is literally enough to buy a Mac Mini. So you can use Kimi and save a Mac Mini every single year. Okay, now let's just get back and let's just start testing Kimi K2.6 in real time, and we'll see how actually it performs. So for this video, our challenge for Kimi K2.6 is to build a real usable mobile application which will be an AI startup idea generator where you put your skill or interest and it spits out 3 startup ideas with names, taglines, and a pitch, something that every single one of you watching right now could generally use right now. So to develop this application, I'm going to use Kimi Code. Kimi Code is basically an AI coding agent just like Claude Code, but this is open source and this is free to start. So to start using Kimi Code, you can just like choose this command for your relevant operating system. So right now I'm using Windows, so I'm just going to copy this command from here. Just open your command line and then just run this command in here. So you can see I have just opened PowerShell and you can see Kimi CLI has already been installed. So I will just open Kimi CLI and you can see my login was successful. Now I'll just come back and I am logged in inside Kimi Code. This was it. The whole process of like downloading Kimi Code and installing it, everything is super simple. Now you can just like start giving your prompt, and first we can just like choose folder maybe. So I just created an empty folder and now I'm inside this directory, and now I can just give my prompt. So this is the exact prompt that I'm just going to give it, which is build a real usable Flutter mobile application and AI startup idea generator where you can put your skills or interest, and it spits out 3 startup ideas with names, taglines, and pitch. And that's it. I'll just press enter, and now Kimi Code CLI will get to work and will build this Flutter application for us. So let's just wait for it. You can see it has already started planning. So it has already created this to-do list for itself, and we need to approve. So approve for this session. Okay, approve for this session. So now it will just like automatically create an empty Flutter project by simply running a command which will be like Flutter create then app idea. So you can see it has already created this Flutter project in here. In real time I can see it in here. That's perfect. And now it is thinking, and now it is going to like create a beautiful input screen where user can enter their ideas, and that's it. And now further you can see it has started creating different components for this application. So it asked for the approval. We have already approved that, and now it is just like going on and it is going to build a nice looking beautiful Flutter application for us. So until then I'll just pause this video and resume as soon as the app is ready. Okay, there you go. In literally just few minutes it has just finished all of the tasks. It has created the Flutter project, then it built the complete Flutter application with the complete user interface and logic, and then it did test and run this application as well. And also at the end it created this APK file as well to test it on our Android phone. So what I can do, I can just go back to my directory, and here I can just like open the build section, inside app, inside outputs, inside Flutter APK. I can find this is the APK that it has just generated right now. So rather than testing it on a phone, let me just quickly show you how it looks like. So I can just run a new command which will be Flutter Run. I can just then open this application for, I think, Windows. Let's just open it for Windows. So it is just building this application. So it has already tested this application, by the way. So hopefully there will be no errors while we open this application now, because it has already tested, it has compiled the entire code, and then it built the complete APK file. So everything is ready. And there you go, our app is ready, and it generally looks good actually. If I just click on this, and you can see based on the input, it has just like generated these startup ideas for me. The first one is this Pulsescape, then this Get Solace, and then I think Get Drift. So I can even click on generate more ideas and create more ideas, or I can just like click on copy and then just like copy these ideas. But what really makes a difference here is the entire design, the entire experience. Everything is just like amazing. This is not a default template that it like created. This is like everything is like carefully crafted based on your prompt. The entire application was created using 100% free and open source AI coding agent, which is Kimi Code, and it used Kimi K2.6 as an AI model to build this application for us. And honestly, I would have to say that the design is kind of unique. This is not like a generic AI design, because most AI coding tools would have just given me like a plain white card with a button, but this is choosing to do something that actually looks considered. So these are the features so far that it has just built for us. Now you can ask it to build further features. So you can maybe ask it to like build a complete backend for this application as well, or maybe ask it to build an authentication system. So we can simply ask it to create a login and sign up screen, and I'll just press enter. This is it. So it has, you can see, already started writing code for us. It is going to create this welcome screen.dart, and it will create all of the components which are required for login and sign up screen. So you can see it has already started writing code. So that was fast. It literally just took like few seconds. Okay, so it has just finished writing code, and now it is just building this application, making sure that everything is ready for us. So I did not ask it to like test and verify everything. It is doing it by itself. It is just like going one step ahead to make sure that it develops the features that I'm asking for, and then it will just like build and test the complete application to make sure that everything is working like fine. And there you go, our login and sign up screens are ready. I can just like preview all of these screens, so you can see our login screen and sign up screen is ready. Now honestly, this is not just like a pretty one-click demo. This is like a proper fully functional production ready application that I'm just building right here. So this is what separates Kimi K2.6 from every other AI model right now, because DeepSeek version 4 wouldn't have given me the functionality. Claude Opus 4.7 is for sure one of the best AI model out there, which can give me like cleaner code structure, but none of those AI models would have created something like this that I just created. This entire design looks like carefully crafted by human. This is not like no text is overlapping. This is like fully responsive design. Maybe we can test it for a simple normal phone size as well. So all of these components are like carefully crafted. So the reason that this AI model is really good at front-end design is because it has like awards level front-end design taste that they have built into this model. So as a non-technical person, or even as a developer who just doesn't want to spend hours in Figma, I think this is generally game changing. So where does Kimi K2.6 actually sits in the model's landscape right now? So first of all, DeepSeek version 4 Pro, if you're building something backend heavy and need a 1 million context window, or you are doing pure engineering work, DeepSeek version 4 is remarkable. It is the highest scoring model on live code bench right now, and cheapest at scale as well. I definitely use it for my regular tasks. I use it for my regular day-to-day tasks, but for like design forward builds, this is not built for that. Similarly, if you look at the closed source AI model, something like Claude Opus 4.7 and GPT 5.5, as I mentioned earlier, these are like gold standard AI models, still like the most reliable for complex reasoning, multi-model work, and basically anything where being wrong is expensive. So if you're building something like enterprise grade, you can still use Claude Opus 4.7 and GPT 5.5, but you're definitely paying like 10 to 15 times more per million tokens. And Kimi K2.6, this is your model if you're a builder, a creator, or non-technical founder who wants to ship products that actually look and feel professional. It is open source, it is free to start, and it is the only model that I have tested that makes aesthetic design decisions without you having to fight to do so. So you can just go ahead and give it a try. Just go to kimi.com or just click on the link in description and you can start for free. If you want the pro plan with the full agent swarm and Kimi code capabilities, there is an exclusive link in the description. Just click on that. And if you're a developer and want API access for testing, they are actually open to giving quota out to creators. So details are in description. If you have any further questions about Kimi K2.6 or Kimi Code CLI in general, just leave your comments in the comment section and I'll see you next video. Bye-bye.